Aloha and welcome to Connection to the Cosmos with your host, me, Dr. Lisa Thompson, where I have out of this world conversations with extraordinary people. Today, I have Queenrafari Gold, aka Karene Gibbs, on the show, and you guys are going to love her. But first, just a couple of announcements. If you have not downloaded my 20-minute meditative journey to meet your galactic family and guides, make sure you go to mysticmanta.com or drlisajthompson.com and get that meditation. And I would love to hear your feedback on who you meet. Also, if you are interested in coming on the Galactic Retreat, it is September 14th to the 17th here on the Big Island of Hawaii in my little village, Waikoloa. We're going to have an amazing time. I have a couple spots available for that. And then if you're visiting the Big Island, then definitely come on one of my Big Island UFO tours where you will see the night sky in a whole new way. And so without further ado, we're going to bring Karene on. Hello, Karene.
Hi. Hi, Lisa. How are you doing?
Good. I'm going to introduce everyone to you, read your amazing bio, and then I can't wait to get to know you. You have so much good stuff here. Okay, so Karene Gibbs, who also goes by Queenrafari Gold, is the owner of Shanara Sacred Energy Healing Center. She is an intuitive, empathic healing practitioner. She has been given her gifts since she was young, and she has had many astral travels as early as 3 years old. She's certified in crystal bowl sound healings, past life regression therapy, timeline renewal, medical intuitive, hypnosis, DNA activation, Reiki, plant medicine, and much more. She helps you heal by connecting through breath and inviting her guides to come forward for your highest good. She's connected to angels, galactic beings, mermaids, elementals, ascended masters, the elements of the earth, and her ancestors. She hosts self-love and self-healing retreats, galactic activations, and mermaid activations through sound and light language. So you are definitely a woman after my own heart.
Yes. Yep.
so, so that people get to understand how you got into this kind of work. Can you just tell me, like, how did you grow up? What kind of like household? Spiritual, religious, something else?
So Christianity, I grew up in a with a Christian background.
Mm-hmm.
My mom went to church. It was called a Pentecostal church,
Okay.
and
Yeah.
yeah, so they did a lot of music, singing, dancing. So that's how I grew up with the music, the singing, the dancing, and um, and yeah, it was Christianity. That's pretty
Okay.
much it. Yeah.
Well, so the kind of work that you do doesn't really fit. It doesn't really mesh well with a lot of the Christian practices, at least, especially like hardcore Pentecostal.
No, so I got baptized when I was about 12 years old in the
Okay.
church. And I stayed in the church until I was about 17. It didn't align with a lot of the beliefs that I have. There was just a lot of stuff that
Mm-hmm.
they would say that I'm like, well, if you're for Jesus, or if you're for God and God's love, right? Then why do we hate on other people's stuff? I don't like that. So
Right.
since then I started questioning all of that, and I went to college, and I decided, well, I am not going to go back to that church, because it just didn't align with what I believe in, which is love. And if you have love in your heart and you love everyone, you shouldn't be like hating on other people's stuff. That's
Yeah.
just how I see it, and I just felt like, no, this is not right. So yeah.
Okay, totally agree with you there. And now, and just saying, like anyone watching or listening that are Christians, there are some beautiful, loving Christians that actually practice Jesus's teachings.
Yes.
And then there are others that are the haters. So, I think anyone listening or watching my show probably are not those haters, just because I would not attract them.
Yeah, because I'm not hating on religion.
Yeah.
per se, or those who are Jesus consciousness, God, I believe in Jesus and God. There's a higher being, a creator. We have that a creator. I mean, how did we like magically appear here? No, we didn't. So yes, but it's the way how they use the name of Jesus to
Hmm.
justify things that I do not agree with,
Yeah.
right? Like, you will stone someone or kill someone in the name of
Right.
Jesus, and that's just not right.
Yeah.
That's just my thought and my opinion. You shouldn't be using the name because the name is love,
Yeah.
right? And it's healing. So you shouldn't be doing that.
Yeah. Well, so okay, so let's switch gears a little bit. How did you get into the work that you do, or your connection with the galactics, the angels, the elementals, the mermaids? How did that come about?
Okay, so in about 2018, probably long before then, I kept getting messages saying I should do a spiritual healing journey. And I ignored. And so in 2021, I believe I did this course online to help you heal your past and get reconnected spiritually. Um, I told I told my angels to like take my gifts away because it was just I was having prophetic dreams, and
Mm.
it was coming through all of them, and I'm like, nah, I can't deal with this. I'm not ready for this. Just take it away. So it doesn't get taken. It just went dormant. And then after I kept getting the call, and I said, okay, well, I guess now I have to really do something. So then I did the spiritual healing journey for myself, because you have to be a part of it. And it's a everyday thing. It's not just one and done. So I continuously do it still. So I did that in 2021, and I think I started seeing or having these astral travels, which are like dreams, um, in 2021 is when my first galactic family appeared to me. They were
Mhm.
like this light, like a light, but blue, right? And it was
Okay.
these blue beans, and they were coming into my third eye. Like there were just three of them. And I was like, are these like ascended masters or something? Like they felt like a council. This is what they felt like. Because I can telepathically speak to them when I'm in the astral realm like that. I can telepathically like connect with them. And
Yeah.
so they showed me the word soul. And I was lit, like it was lit up, and it was very clear because I was asking what's the name of my business. I'm very like spiritual like that.
Yeah.
And they gave me the word soul, but
Okay.
I didn't want to use that word. I So that's why I used Shanara.
Okay. Okay. Well, so do you know do the blue beans, are they a specific group that you have identified? Because I know that there are different ET races that are blue in terms of their color. So I'm just curious if you ever discovered which group they are. Are they more energy?
Um, so I believe I started doing my research on the galactics, and so I think these blue light beings, they might be the Octorians.
Okay, because that's when you said that, that's the group that I first connected with in terms of that same kind of thing, and that's
Okay.
why over here, well, you know,
Hi.
over here, that that's that's my friend that represents my Arcturian family, and so
Mhm. Yeah, yeah, I believe so. And I've had more than one visions with, you know, dream realm. I've seen them multiple times, more than once. So
yeah,
I realize they're coming to me now. I think when you are elevating into the higher frequencies and you're opening up and releasing a lot of things, that the belief system,
yeah,
that you grew up with, you start releasing a lot of that. And then the higher beings start coming in, the frequencies, and you get connected.
Okay, well, and I would say that the connection, you even just reaching out to me, I think that that's the Arcturian connection.
Right. Yes, 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 yes. Because like I saw that, I was like, that's my girl. Like that's my family, my soul family. Yep.
Yes. Well, okay. So um, now, previous to them coming in, did you have any experience with UFOs or extraterrestrials prior to 2021 when you're doing this work?
I don't think so, but I've always loved the stars.
Mm,
Ever since I was about 5 years old, I would look up and I would love the stars, love the moon, and I would always see shooting stars and wish on stars and wish I would like was up there with
yeah.
um so I feel like I've always had like this kind of connection to it, but I just never really saw them until like yeah
Okay.
yeah
Okay. Well, and so um, you, I mean, in your bio, you were mentioning that you started astral traveling when you were as young as 3 years old, right?
yes.
Was that throughout your entire childhood? And how did you know you were astral traveling at that young age?
Give me a second here. I realized that my battery is not doing so hot. I'm so unprepared for this.
You are doing
Um,
great.
but I should have like plugged this thing in and it's already plugged in. So I was just trying to get the thing to get it plugged in. So I don't want to get cut off. I see that the battery is low. All right. So you
So
say,
astral
I
traveling.
what?
Yeah. So
Go
tell
ahead. What was the question?
me about the astral traveling from your childhood and like how you knew that you were astral traveling.
Okay. So the astral traveling, what that happened. It's like, why is it not plugged in? I don't know if it's gonna work. All right, so for my astral travel when I was about 3 years old, I remember like I was going through that like a portal. So you know how we come through our mother's womb and you enter this world. So I had this dream where I saw like a portal and I was coming in through this portal, which is technically a womb, is like a portal.
Yeah.
Um, and it's so then I came through that, and I remember this when I was about 5 years old. I was like, geez, I feel like I came through something, like, and then I started remembering that it had this circular feel to it and it looked like a portal. So that was pretty much how I remembered that part of of and then also angels. I would see angels. um, I was told I was visited by angels. And when I saw them, I guess I was scared, and then they hid from me, and then they presented themselves more in the dreams realm. So they would normally would take me to different places, and show me different things, and so I had a strong connection with angels when I was young, and still to right now, yeah, still to this day I have a connection, and I've actually seen an angel in real life.
Okay. So what did that look like?
It is Archangel Ariel. She's a
Okay.
Earth angel, and she is the protect. She's a mother angel. When you're pregnant, she's there for you, and um, she's nature. And so something was going to happen to me when I was pregnant with my daughter, and for some reason, Ariel came in my room, and I was shaking. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. Honestly, I thought that maybe I was dreaming, but I wasn't. My eyes were wide open, and I saw this right across my room, wings spread out. It was so humongous, and I was shaking, like just shaking like a leaf. And then it came right over, hovered over me, and then she said, "Sleep." And I went to sleep. I went back to sleep. Then I got up and I'm like, what happened?
Yeah.
And so I wanted that to be, that was in 2015, either 14, I'm going to say 14 or 15, but I was 7 months pregnant. So it might have been 2014. So that also helped to propel my spiritual awakening.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. That was pretty powerful. Like I just never seen an angel up close and it just was hovering over me. You're like, hello. Like, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, okay. So the energy, I'm curious how you experience the angel energy compared to like the galactic energy.
Um, okay. So with the angels, I think the angel is like soft, like this soft, like really soft and very soft and melodious and it's I hear like sounds that come through my ears when I'm doing the crystal bowls. So the sounds are very high. It's really high frequency and vibrating, and you can feel it. But also with the galactic, they in the feel of them is it's also powerful. You know, both of them have their different things. But when I've seen the galactics, I'm not afraid of either of them. And then the energy of the galactic, I know the language, the light language that I speak is different. So there lies like a difference between the language between the angel language and the galactic language.
Yeah.
And with galactic, I feel I do a lot of telepathy things
Mhm.
more than with my angels who might
Okay.
just speak to me. Yeah.
So let's touch on that light language because I only was first introduced to light language when I first moved here to Hawaii, just 2.5 years ago. And one of my friends who lives here on island, she speaks it, and as soon as she was speaking it, like the energy that I could feel from those words, even though it wasn't, I couldn't interpret what the meaning was, but I could feel the energy of it. And then I had an activation where I actually do light language, but I do it through my hands. I haven't done it vocally yet, although I know that's coming. But so I'm curious how your light language came to you.
So it came first by through, doing my hands and also through sound. So I started just humming some sound, and then I was in the shower, and then it just started coming through. So I do the dragon light language, and then I also did a Lemurian and Talos activation light language. And so I just normally just say, okay, I'm just going to connect to the galactic realm, and I call in my spirit guides and everything and ask the galactic council to come in and ask them to bring forth the language of the galactics, right? So that's how I connect with that. And then I just speak it.
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
yeah.
And I think
Mhm.
for me, like, I mean, even just opening up my vocal channel, that took a little work. Like it took me surrendering actually to it.
Yes. So many people have a blockage, right?
Yeah.
Like it's kind of like the world is judging you, like, or you judge yourself even more. But like when you start out first, you might feel some kind of judgment around it, like people might be judging you or whatever. But when you let go,
Yeah.
like you say, put your ego aside, then you realize, okay, I'm just gonna let it flow. Whatever comes, come. It could be a sound. It doesn't necessarily have to be sounding like a language, but eventually that develops into your language, and I call it your soul language. Yeah, and there are many soul languages. Yeah.
Yeah. Beautiful. And so you mentioned dragon light language versus the galactic light language, and I'm a dragon person as well. I
Oh,
have
yes.
a whole team of dragons. I'm also a mermaid. Like we have
Oh
so much.
my gosh, you're so connected. You're so connected. Yeah, yeah.
But so, what is the difference between the dragon light language and the galactic language? Like, is there a difference in the tonality of the voice or the kind of
So
syllables that are
what
spoken?
I'm hearing with the galactic, it's connected to Egyptian.
Mm,
Okay. And so it's like a little bit more Egyptian sound language with that. And then the dragon language is very old and ancient, and so it's very old, ancient, but it's like it has like a more deeper masculine energy towards it. Like it's very it can be feminine as well, but it's more stronger. The
Okay.
Yeah, the dragon light language is way stronger, and it's like a conviction. So let's say you want to speak life to something or whatever, bringing out that dragon light language can like it move things and shakes things around, like shifts a lot of stuff. It's yeah, that's the energy of the dragon. Yeah.
Okay. Are you able to just do your light language like on demand? Like, could you give us an example of dragon versus galactic? And if not, that's okay. I'm putting you on the spot here, but I'm just curious if you could give an example to me.
Yeah, I could try to bring in my dragon language. I haven't practiced my galactic in a while, but
It's all
but
good.
yeah, but I can bring in my the dragon language. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I would
Yeah.
love to hear an
Okay.
example of that.
All right. So give me a second when I connect to my dragon. Nahishwa nahia la swina anashua na yoshia to washia anawa yushia diwale shua atala suala na swia shua ania wana shua lini shua anisia toale shitaka shua lini shua ana waya shuia shua aitele shua nisha ana nwashia swaiwa tuala shia tasawadekete shua na ana shuia da shua anasia la chiwa. Tuashi atanasuia na ina suia ina ishuaia te la shua aya suia te ke shua ana sua ina ishua ni shua te lo shia la sui itala na shua ni te shua katana wa ishuia na yua shia yua le shia. Okay, so that last one was the galactic, and
Okay.
the first one was the dragon.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
And I felt that.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Good. It's like a heart thing. It
Yeah.
should be, but you can feel it anywhere pretty
Well,
much.
I
Yeah.
mean,
All
I
over. Yes. Yes, the
they're
energy.
sentient, and so when
Good.
I get the goosebumps,
Mm. Yes, 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 yes.
the
Yep.
truth bumps. Yeah, I love it. Thank you so much for doing that.
Yep,
So
no problem. Thank you.
yeah, okay. So you have seen spacecraft in Mount Shasta area, yeah.
Yes.
So I would love to know about that. Tell us all about that.
Okay. So I went on up to a plant retreat.
Mhm.
And it was in Shastas, and we were outside, we were singing and dancing, having wonderful time. I was doing my light language, and so the ships. I use my eyes. Like we didn't have special stuff to see it, but like they flash like this. They go like this, like
Okay.
a flashlight going like that, and then it stopped, and then it took off. Right.
Mm,
So that's how I see them coming, and so that's how I differentiate what's the airplane versus a spacecraft. So if it's continuously moving like this and it's like lights flashing, that's probably not going to be the space. But like when it was moving like this very fast, I kid you, it was like like that, and then it hovered, stop, and
yeah.
then it just like real fast. So
Yeah.
that's how I know it's not an airplane.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Airplanes can't do
No,
that.
they
Well, no,
can't.
and that's one of the things I train people on our UFO tours. Like, what is the behavior of an airplane? What's the behavior of a satellite? Because those are very predictable. And
And
so,
so I also wanted to say that I don't know if I can do this on your stuff as well, like say what I'm having coming up or whatever.
oh yeah, please.
So in August 14 to the 18, we are having a retreat. It's the Talos and Lemire activation, and it's going to be in the mountains, Mount Shasta, where you're able to connect with the galactics and also into Talos. So if anyone's interested, you can also link Lisa, under here somewhere. Just, get in touch so that I know that you're interested, and you can get more details on that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
excellent. Well, and the we'll make sure that we talk about your website, where they can find you, all of that too. But yes, I mean, yes, I'm happy to share whatever services, whatever retreats, because, the more that those of us that are doing this work are out there, like
Mhm.
I'm here to serve the people. I want more people to know about this, not be afraid of it.
Yes, because because of, and I was, when back in the day, I didn't believe in um this sort of stuff. I love ET though. I really did. I love that show. And so I always wanted to like connect with an alien or something. But and then given up, I'm given the opportunity. I'm really happy about that. And the necklace I'm wearing is one of the connection to the galactics. They channel in through a meditation, this necklace I'm wearing. And the
Uh-huh.
symbol, I have not seen it anywhere else yet, as yet. So I don't know if anyone else in the world has that symbol, but it's for wealth and prosperity.
Hmm.
And so I was really, honored to get this. They told me to make a necklace, so I did.
Hey, so
Yeah.
you actually designed that.
Yeah, I designed this necklace
Okay. Is
based
that something
on, the
that you actually,
symbol that
beautiful?
yes.
Is it something that you sell? Like, do you make?
Yes, I do sell it. It's done to pre-order. So
Okay.
it's not like they're already like you have to
Yeah.
pre-order it. It's
Yeah.
custom made, and they're
Okay.
yeah, it's custom made. Mhm.
And is it silver or gold or?
This one's gold, and they're done in silver or gold.
Okay.
And the stone can be whatever anyone wants the stone to
Okay.
be.
No, it's stunning. I love it. And so, yeah. So for those of you listening to the podcast, then check out the YouTube channel, Connection to the Cosmos, and then you can actually visually see it. Or do you have them on your website? Do you have
I don't think I put it on
pictures?
the website yet.
Well,
But
you're
I
gonna need.
have it on my I do have a Shanara Sacred Energy Healing Center site on Facebook where I talk about this, and a picture and everything of me
Okay.
wearing it, and talking about how it came in.
Okay.
Yes. Mhm.
Okay. Well, I think you need to have an example on your website. Just.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna get on it.
Okay. Now, okay. Let's. Where do we want to go? Okay. Let's talk about mermaids for a moment.
Okay.
And what is your connection with mermaids, and how, like, I mean, you're connected with all these different groups, like I am, but
Yeah.
how did you meet the mermaids, or what's your experience with them?
So the mermaids came in through Shasta as well. That
Okay.
was a very powerful retreat,
I
and
bet. Yeah.
so they, and this is what they did. I can't swim that well, so they came for me, my group of people. They put me on this flotation stuff, and they floated me over to a rock. I was literally on a rock like a mermaid, and I was, and then one of the persons said, Karene, sing for us. I'm like, okay. So, and then my another lady, she's like, channel in the mermaid energy, because they keep saying I look like a mermaid. I should, So anyway, this mermaid thing came up, and I'm like, okay, let me see if I can channel in something for the mermaid. So I did a vocal sound to do the mermaid activation for those who were in listening ear, and a group of boys. I don't know where they're from, but it's like a lot of them came. They stood there. They were on another rock taking photos, and they were listening to me. They couldn't even get off the rock. They were just like mesmerized, and they just stood there looking. And their teacher had to call them to come. Time to go. But whatever voice that came out of me, that definitely was channel, and it didn't feel like it was me. It felt like they came inside of me and
Yeah.
was doing that. Yeah.
Okay.
Activation. Yeah.
very interesting because the mermaids have their famous siren song, which
which
captivates.
they call me a siren. So yeah, they
Okay.
did.
Okay. Well, and is that something that you regularly pull into you, that mermaid energy, or was that just that one time in Shasta?
No, so I've used my mermaid energy for doing my sound healings. I try to connect with the energy of the mermaids when I'm doing my vocal sound healings using the crystal bowls. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So you have a lot of different specializations, kind of again like me. Like I love learning new skills, new tools for my toolbox. So when did you start doing past life regression?
I did that when I did the course that I did. Then I started doing past life regression therapy. So it's just pretty much going back into people's past life and helping them to get over whatever trauma that happened in the past.
Mm-hmm.
Most of it is childhood stuff. And so I work through the different ages that ever had a trauma to it. So I connect to people through breath. And then once I connect with them with the permission of their guides, of course, and um, as long as they're open to receive, I sort of kind of can see into the past life for them. And then I will ask them questions. Like I will tell them what I'm seeing. And they will confirm, okay, yeah, this was when I was whatever, whatever. And then if sometimes their ancestors come in as well to help with their healing. And so I go with the flow, and wherever I'm led, I go.
Okay. Well, so when you're seeing these, are you clairvoyant then? Are you seeing it in your
Um,
mind?
it's like in my mind's eye.
Yeah.
So I guess that's a being part of clairvoyance.
Yeah.
I didn't write that on my stuff.
Good.
I tend to shy away from saying I'm a psychic, so I don't necessarily
Okay.
do that. I
Well, you
tend to.
own it. I mean, everyone has abilities. They just, whether they practice it or not is different, right?
Exactly. So I will close my eyes and I will see things for people and past stuff and sometimes future stuff. So yeah, I do that sometimes. But I like I said, if the person's open to connecting with through breath with me,
Hmm.
it can happen. If they're not willing and their guides are blocking it, it doesn't. It's like, okay. Yeah.
Okay. Well, and then, so as a medical intuitive, is that how you're getting the information too? Are you seeing it in their body, or is it more of like, are you feeling it? How's that information coming to you? And explain, I guess, to our audience what a medical intuitive is for those who don't know.
Okay. So a medical intuitive is a person who can detect like some form of disease or illness in your body, and they can help to heal it through using their guides, and it could be any one of the guides or all of them.
Hmm.
Um, so if you let's say you have ovary issues or pancreatic or something issue, then the medical intuitive can scan your body and say, this part of your body, there's something going on because you can feel it. So for me, I might feel it. My hands, the palm of my hands might like it might feel like I get a zap or something in the middle of my hand. I have not done this for a while. So, but it might feel like I get like a zap, or maybe it might get hot. And then I'm like, okay, something's going on here. Or my guys might say, stop right there,
Okay.
and ask what's going on right here, you
Yeah.
know? And then I know where, if you know the body parts, you got to know what's located in there, that direct. So you can say, this is a kidney. Yeah.
Okay. Well, and then once you have found an issue, are you able to help clear that? Is that something that you do as well?
So I haven't necessarily done much of the medical stuff with people
Okay.
because it's kind of like a liability sometimes.
Yeah.
So yeah, but I can help them identify that. And what I do is I do a guided meditation for them. Like it's like a guided visual meditation to go into that, um into the whatever's happening in the body.
Yeah.
And then that's how I'm able to like help them like pull that out.
Okay.
But I've not worked a lot with that side of things. I mostly work with like traumas, past life stuff, and also love, I guess, relationship stuff. A lot
Mhm.
of that come to me. Like, I don't know, people always have relationship stuff. So that I've helped one girl reconnect with their twin flame. And then I've helped a lot of other people find love or
Okay.
their person. So yeah.
Okay. So that's one of your specialties.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
one of my specialties, relationships. Yep.
Okay.
Hmm.
That's yeah. Okay. So what what is besides
Oh,
people?
okay. So I also want to say this because I forgot that I actually did do light language on my dog. My
Okay.
dog did have this thing on his ears, and we wanted to take him to the doctor, the vet. So I was like, no, you know what? I'm gonna do this thing. So I did it on his ears. I placed my hand over the ears and I did my light language. And the next day it went down, and the dog was fine. So I've done 2 healings on animals and it worked out fine.
Okay.
So I can do that. Yeah. For the
Yeah.
medical part.
Okay. Good. Excellent. So tell me about what timeline renewal is, what you mean by that.
It's like timeline renewals is rewriting like your timeline, shifting your timeline so that your future can be different, or
Mhm.
the now you're living in the now,
Yeah.
can be shifted. So that has to do with ancestral stuff as well. So you can go back in time and shift the DNA of your ancestors and heal their stuff, because we're just all connected. And so you can heal their stuff, and while you're healing their stuff, you're healing yourself as well, and you're healing anyone who comes after you, like your children. You're healing that line. So I go back to the timeline, light it up in gold, and then with that I am able to remove what needs to be removed, replace things that the person would like to have in there.
Yeah.
And then we looked to the future and look back. And then if it looks good and they feel good about it, then we close the session out. And if not, I'll do another session. Yeah.
Mhm. Okay. Well, have you done it for yourself?
Shifting my timeline.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel like I've actually shifted a lot of my timeline. Um and how I did that for me. So I was abused, and because of that abuse, it made me very anxious and depressed,
Mhm.
and I just didn't trust mostly men.
Yeah.
And so I had to go back in time and rewrite what I would have want to happen to
Mhm.
me. And then what before I left, I put love in it, and light, and then I released it,
Mhm.
and then I was able to move forward with my life, and I don't have to be on medications, which I'm so grateful.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, so I did that, and I'm off of medication. I don't have to do that. I don't have to go see a counselor to help me get through, you know, whatever I went through. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Mhm.
beautiful.
Yeah,
And well, and a powerful thing for I think people to understand is that all timelines exist simultaneously at the
they do.
quantum, and we don't have to stay stuck in our stories and our experiences that might have been traumatic. We can
Yes,
shift that, we can change it, we can jump to a different timeline, we can rewrite our stories.
exactly.
Yes. And so, for anyone who's listening or watching who might feel stuck, you know, you're a beautiful example of that.
Yes. Yes.
And so, that kind of work, can you help people remotely, or do you just do all in person work?
No, so I can help people remotely. I can do in person. Thinking about having my own place, but I can do remote work. I mostly do remote. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So, so for,
Anywhere in the world you are. Yeah. Yeah. It
yeah,
doesn't matter. Yeah.
beautiful. So, yeah, if anyone's watching or listening and is feeling like they could use some extra support, then definitely reach out to Karene and do that. And okay, well, so let's jump to plant medicine, because again, you've got so many things
I do.
to,
I have a lot of stuff. I'm a jack of all trades. I think I was sent into this world to just do it all.
yeah. Well, I think yes, similar here. So
Right, Lisa, because you do so much. You're an author, which I'm actually working on my book slash course. So I'm gonna be an author soon. Yeah.
okay, well, okay. Before we go to plant medicine, tell us about the book that you're working on. What's the theme of it? What's it about?
Okay. So I'm all for self love. I realize a lot of people in the world they don't really love themselves.
Yeah.
So I'm writing a book around self love. It does have the modalities, the healing modalities that I use on myself. The
Mhm.
dragon light language, the energy of the dragon, mermaids, angels, um it just have like a wealth of different things that can help you and assist you, like it's like tools to help you
Mhm.
heal and maintain that higher frequency, and not and know that even if you fall, you get knocked down, you can always pick yourself back up and keep going, just never stop.
Yeah. Beautiful. So, do you have a time frame of finishing the book?
No, I'm still working on it. I am working on it.
Okay.
I'm hoping this year. Yeah,
Okay.
I'm hoping that it will be finished and I'll get someone to review it
Yeah.
before I publish the book. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, because I mean, there are a lot of self-love books out there, and every book is a little different in what it offers. But so yours,
Well, it's
that's
not gonna, yeah, I don't even know the name of it yet. I don't even know
okay.
the name. I normally channel stuff in. And so
Yeah.
my guys just say, write. I'm just writing right now. And then when I'm done, I'd be like, okay, well, you guys got to give me the name of this book right now or this
Okay.
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how I work.
It'll come. Yeah.
Yes.
Pretty. I'm feeling pretty soon it'll come, and I encourage you to publish it sooner than later, just again because I've written a book on self-love as well, and it, like all the different ways, the modalities, people are going to really resonate
Mhm.
with what you are offering, because that is something
Okay.
that I haven't heard it from that aspect before.
Oh,
So
bringing in the dragon
yeah,
and the mermaid.
dragons,
Okay.
mermaids, and
Hmm.
yeah. So it's
Yeah.
something that will be a beautiful offering to humanity. Yes.
Yes, it will. It will be.
Yes. Okay, let's talk about plant medicine in terms of so which plants specifically do you work with?
So it's the ayahuasca
Mhm.
ceremonies is the one that I did. So whatever plant that is, I believe it's the aya plant, or I don't know. They call it ayahuasca ceremony. So I didn't make the brew. Someone else made the brew, and I was there to hold space for the other persons that were there as well, healing. And while I was there doing, my healing journey, I was literally kind of, I feel like I was there to help others too. So we were all there to help each other, but I was doing a lot of work. I'm like, what about my healing? But I I had to but what I realized, when you're healing others, you're healing yourself. You're
Yes.
shifting your DNA and you're healing yourself as well.
Mhm.
So even though I was in that healing space helping others with their stuff, I was healing as well, because at the end every night I would stay up late and then I would purge.
Okay.
So one day I had this energy just soaring through me, like my forehead was just like, it's like was going up and down, like the kundalini, up and down and up and down, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is powerful. I just kept saying that. And then I asked one of the practitioners to tap into me and see what energy this is, because I wanted to know what it was. And um they couldn't hold the energy. They had to tap out, like they were like tap in slow, and they're like, because they
Okay.
couldn't even hold it. And I'm like, okay, well, I guess this is just for me then. And it was like I felt like it was just a healing energy. I still have that energy with me
Mhm.
even while talking to you. It does, my forehead goes off. And so it's pretty much a part of how I connect to divine source
Mhm.
creator, and channel in messages. So that's a part of my connection to source. Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah.
Okay. Well, was this in the United States where you did this ceremony, or was
Yeah,
it?
in Mount Shasta.
Okay, Mount Shasta. Okay, so it sounds like Mount Shasta had a lot going on for you.
Yeah, yeah. Pluto's cave was amazing. You're not supposed to take anything from there, but I used the sand and put on my forehead. But I already had the energy activated in my forehead before I did that. But when I did that, I it's like it amplified for some reason.
Mm.
And I'm like, oh my God, Jen, I am so sorry I took your sand. I was like, I was saying I'm sorry I took the sand and put on my forehead, but I was led to do it, so I just did it.
Yeah,
And I was asking everybody, did I do something wrong? And they're like, no, you didn't. You're fine. Don't
yeah.
worry. And yeah, like, oh, please don't kill me because I took the sand in my but yeah, there's some supernatural stuff that happened in that cave, and a lot of healing took place, and it was really a very, for me, it was very powerful retreat. That's when I called in the dragon fire language for others, because they didn't know what that was. And I saw a dragon in my dream state. Never seen a dragon before. I saw a dragon and I was flying on the dragon, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is so cool. I have a dragon, right?
Yeah,
And so
yeah.
and then I saw my dragon in a castle again, and I asked for the name of my dragon, and I got the name, which I can't tell you because it's very sacred, but you can call my dragon Muta. And so um that was very, really, like, for me, that was really nice because I've never seen dragons before, and I'm like, oh my God, it's so exciting. Yeah, for me everything is exciting, because if I never seen it before and then I see it, I'm like,
Yeah.
yay, it exists.
Yeah, I know. Well, I grew up. My mother was always a dragon person. Like,
Oh,
just she had dragon art, and different kinds of
nice,
decor,
nice.
dragons, and you know even that. So I didn't. I guess I didn't know that I was a dragon person until, like, as an adult, because I thought, okay, well, that's her thing. But it actually, I think it runs in the family. because
Yes, it does.
yeah, because
But I don't, I'm very different from my family. I'm like the black sheep of my family, and a lot of them don't believe in the spiritual things that I believe in, because they probably think I'm
yeah,
and so I try not to talk about my stuff around some family members.
okay,
Yeah, I try not to talk about it, but like, I really don't care what if they see this. That's, I don't care.
yeah, okay. Well, and so actually, that's something that I would love for you to share. Like, is that challenging to be who you are in your family, or have you just you've accepted it? Like, okay, I'm different, and that's good. Like, I'm good with myself.
So it was very hard for me going. I went back to Jamaica last year to do a self reflection and just reconnect with my ancestors in Jamaica. So I went there and reconnected with a lot of things, but then my family did not really accept what I was doing. They think it's evil or whatever, and
Yeah.
so it really broke my heart. So then I said, well, I can't like share my journey with them.
Hmm.
And so I didn't do that. But I just asked Spirit to just guide me and give me strength and help me to just release that and realize that it doesn't matter if they're with you or not. I mean, I still send them love. They're still
Yeah.
my family, still send them love, whether they agree with what I'm doing or not. Right. And so it was hard, but I got through it. I did get through it. And I just told myself, well, I'm doing what my creator wants me to do.
Hmm.
And before I told my creator to pause my gifts, right?
Yeah.
And like now I just say, you know what? Give me everything. I'm ready. Whatever you got, just throw it my way. If I will do it, right? I'm
Yeah.
not gonna do anything harmful, but but I will do the good work. And so yeah, I know what I'm doing, and I know where it's coming from. It's coming from a place of love and
Hmm.
light, and yeah,
Beautiful.
yeah.
Well, and okay, so how about your more immediate family? Because you mentioned you have a child. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So um my husband's okay with it. My daughter, she knows what I do. She has
Hmm.
a dream catcher in her room. And I believe she's connected as well. She has dreams like how I used to have dreams, and we sort of kind of dream together. It's funny. Um, and I'll get up and you have this. I remember, and then she's like, "Mom, guess what I dream?" And she's telling me, and I'm like, "It's the same dream I was in."
Okay.
But yeah, so we're connected, and she's a beautiful soul.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and she chose you as a mother. So whether she is going to accept it her whole life, or maybe she might go back and forth. My kids, it's
Yes.
been interesting because I have teenagers now. And I think, well, my son, he was way more hesitant about the work that I do than my daughter.
Mhm.
Although my daughter, for a little while, she was like, okay, you're weird. I want to stay away from you. But now she actively thanks me. She's like, Mom, thank you for giving me part alien, part extraterrestrial. And she's got a dragon tattoo on her leg in honor of
Oh,
my.
I have a dragon in my back, and my
Okay.
logo is of a dragon. So, because everything I do according to like I set the intentions around it. I just don't do it like like you set your intentions and you know what you need to do, and you go according to your guides and so forth. So
Yeah.
yes, so I do have my dragon on my back. It's super cool. I
Okay.
can't wait till it's finished. Yeah.
Yeah. She did also, my daughter, she has dragon wings on her back.
Oh yeah. So I'm having a back piece. It's a dragon with the yin yang at the top and the wings of it. It's like an angel wing and a sword.
Oh,
So mine's very it's dragons are powerful energy, right? But
yeah.
they're not just they're strong energy, confident energy, and full of love. And people say these bad things about dragons. Not really true. Not
Correct.
true. You know
No.
that, right?
Yeah.
But they're full of so much compassion, and but it's good to have that energy, because when you're ready to be stern, and when you're ready to be um, standing in your power, right? You definitely can bring out that dragon energy.
Yes. And actually, one of my oracle decks has a dragon as one of the cards, and the message of that dragon, or the energy of it, is self power.
See, yes, yep,
Yes.
yep.
So anyway, yeah, I love
That is the
dragons too.
energy. Hmm.
Yeah. Well, so we're running out of time here. So I would love for you to share what's your best way to work with people? Like, who are you looking for? Who is a good fit for you, client wise?
Client wise, I can pretty much help any and everyone. Um, but I mainly help those persons who are having like mainly trauma. Like it's a lot of past life trauma stuff I deal with in regards to relationship. So I help a lot of people in regards to relationship, not just with a significant other, but with
Mhm.
family as well. And anything ancestral, I can also help clear that out as well. And bringing in your energy of whether it's you want to reconnect with ancestors or bring out your language, your soul language, which is we call light language. Yes, so anyone who's having depression, anxiety, I work with those persons. Yeah.
And physically, you're located in Washington State, in Walla Walla, Washington, so Eastern Washington. And actually, so I'm from Olympia, Washington, and
Oh.
I am curious. Just, I mean, again, just for one little side note, I'm just curious how Walla Walla as a community accepts the work that you do. Have you found a soul tribe there?
Well, they do have shops, crystal shops here in the downtown area. There are crystal shops, and I haven't been out in the community yet, but I'm going to be out in the community June 17th. There's an event, Juneteenth coming up, so I will be a part of that event,
Mhm.
and I'll be able to network with people more. And yes, I believe they do. There's to some extent, there's some people who accept
Yeah.
our community. Yeah.
Well, and yeah, Walla Walla. I mean, it's a cute little town, wine country kind of town. Lots of
Yes.
things
Yes.
like that. So, okay. Well, and how do people find you? I know you're Queenrafari Gold on Facebook, but also
Yes.
what's your Facebook group and what's your website?
So my Facebook group is it's very long, people. So Lisa's gonna have to type it. It's Shanara Sacred Energy Healing Center for my Facebook. And I'm also under Stars Travel Life. It's like my, because I do retreats. So
Hmm.
I'll be traveling to Jamaica to do a retreat in July. And then they can find me on Instagram, Shanara Sacred Energy Healing, and I'm on TikTok, Classy Epic.
Okay.
Yeah, so you can find me at Classy Epic on TikTok as well. And I do have some videos on my site talking about self love and how you can, the different things you can do to help you with that.
Okay. And do you have a website?
My website is going to be that www.shanarasacredenergyhealingcenter.com.
Okay, beautiful. Well, I have really enjoyed getting to know you. I feel like I have a new soul sister.
Yeah, we have to like link up one of these days. I need to come to Hawaii.
Yes, Hawaii, and maybe next time I'm in Washington, I'll pop over. I'll drive over to Walla Walla.
Yes, you're welcome. Hmm.
And thank you for being here. And for those watching and listening, thank you so much. If you're watching this on YouTube, make sure you subscribe to the channel so you can get all of the weekly podcast shows. And thank you so much. And I'll see you next time on Connection to the Cosmos. Aloha.
Thank you.